Hi. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how OnToDie service actually works. Well, we claim that we operate in the three simple steps. First, user needs to define a data source. On the second step, a user can build a diagram or navigate through the data, and on the third step, users can share the data, print out the diagram, or publish the diagram on the web. So right now I will show you the typical user scenario. First of all, in order to have an access to OnToDie, you have to be registered, which I already did. So I have an account and I input my credentials in the login form. After I do that, I find myself in the basic dashboard, where on the left I have a number of data sources which I already configured, and on the right I have the number of diagrams which I have already created. So, as a walkthrough, we will create a simple data source based on the RDF file. So we hit create, and here we have 4 basic channels for having a data source configured in OnToDie. First of all, you can hook up the Spark endpoint, then you can provide an RDF file, it could be OWL file or whatever. Then you can connect to WebProtege project or provide a link to GitHub source file. So in our case, it will be the RDF file, as I have already mentioned. In order to get a sample dataset, we will go to Semantic Website Community site, and we will use the dataset of Extended Semantic Web Conference, which happened in the year 2015. So to download the dataset, we'll go here and we save the dataset. And we go back to OnToDie and upload the RDF file. Now it has been uploaded. We provide the name for it. We say it's ESWC. And we hit create button. The new configured dataset is being highlighted in yellow. So in order to create a diagram, we just need to hit the link with the dataset name. And then a new tab, the main window of OnToDie opens, and here we have a class tree panel on the top left. Then at the bottom left we have the instances panel, and to the right we have the connections panel. The connections in classes are being extracted from dataset automatically by OnToDie. So let's pretend that we need to find an author of some kind of paper. So the classes with the PER string have been highlighted, and in the instances I need to find myself with the last name Pavlov, and from this point I want to drag and drop myself on the canvas. Then I'm curious to find out what are the other objects of the knowledge graph I am being connected to. So I hit the funnel icon, and the list of objects are being sorted out in the instances panel. So in proceedings, it means that this paper has been published on the conference. So I drag and drop it on the canvas, and then I want to know what are the co-authors of this paper. So I hit the funnel icon again, and I get the authors list. So I multiple select the authors and place them on the canvas as well. Then I realize that the diagram is getting a little bit messy. So I will straighten it out a little bit, and I will align the objects on my diagram neatly. Okay. Now let me see what are the institutions those people work for. So funnel icon goes again into action. Okay, this is organization, so I place it on the canvas as well, and I see that there are so many people connected to ITMO University. Then I realized that there are 3 institutions that contributed to this paper: Medifacts Company, ITMO University, and Vismert Limited. Okay, I realized that there are reverse connections, so I want to get rid of them, and I want to eliminate the affiliation. Only the member link is being shown, and I want to get rid of the made connection, so only the maker connections are being shown on the diagram. So right now I realize that the diagram is pretty much complete, and I want to move on to the next step of sharing and printing and so on. So first of all, I'd like to save it in order to share it. So I give it a name of a sample diagram 8, and I hit save button. Okay, then one can save the diagram as PNG image, as SVG vector file, and it could be printed out or shared. Well, the share part is the most fun, so I say that I want to share it with Dmitry Pavlov at ontodie.org. And I want to publish the diagram on the web with a permanent link, so I hit publish button. If I copy that to my clipboard, I can pass the link to others or publish the link. I can even embed the diagram in my website, but that's a separate tutorial. And I hit OK, and immediately Ontodie sends an email to the provided email address saying that such and such diagram has been shared with you, so please collaborate. So this is pretty much of a walkthrough. Thanks for listening, and from this walkthrough I hope you can see how Ontodie actually can work for you. If you have any feedback, please give us a word. You can see our contacts at Ontodie website, and thanks again for listening.